Welcome to Salient Training's Best Practices videos. This is part 2 of our motion detection series, and in this segment we focus on using motion analytics from your camera versus VMD from the CompleteView recording server. So let's get started. When it comes to motion detection on your CompleteView deployment, the first option should always be using the camera's onboard analytics to detect your motion event if the camera has the capability to do it. Camera motion detection typically uses AI object classification, which is more accurate, tends to have fewer false positives, and doesn't tax your recording server's processor, which means smoother operation of CompleteView and room to add more cameras to your server when your needs grow. Let's take a look at our best practice tips for using camera motion detection. First on our best practices list for camera motion detection is pick one, not both. What we mean by that is that you should never use both camera motion detection and server motion detection on the same camera at the same time. If the camera can do the detection for you, that should be your first choice. Don't use the server as well. Having two different detection sources can create conflicts with camera resources, event logs, and video. Next on the list is updating the firmware on your camera. Updating firmware can improve your camera's security, stability, and functionality by fixing any bugs, glitches, or errors that might cause your camera to malfunction, freeze, or crash. Updates can enhance your camera's features by adding new modes, options, or functions, and that can improve your video quality. Many major camera manufacturers have device managers that can help you keep your firmware up to date system-wide. Our third tip is that if you are using a schedule that only records motion, you need to be using pre and post recording as well. With pre and post recording, you can add up to 60 seconds of video before and after a motion zone is activated. The pre and post recording has a negligible impact on your server performance, and the video before and after the event gives you a better picture of what actually happened. Tip number 4 is that any ONVIF Profile S conformant camera with motion analytics works with CompleteView. Now, the CompleteView VMS was built with an open architecture that can be integrated with thousands of cameras and analytics solutions. We're proud of our open platform, and we currently support over 4,000 different cameras with named drivers. But with ONVIF, that number climbs to over 25,000 different options. So finding a camera with the right performance, analytics, resolution, and everything to use with CompleteView is easy. Our last topic for camera motion detection is event panel triggers. When you configure a camera to detect motion, the camera sends each detection to CompleteView as an event notification. In order for CompleteView to record your video based on a camera-generated event, you have to tell CompleteView how to respond when that event is received. To do this, select your camera from the list in your recording server and click on the Events panel. Then locate the Motion Detection Analytic. You may have to refer to the camera documentation to locate the correct one, but once you find it, go to the Recording Trigger column, select the Motion Start option for that event, and once you've done that, save your configuration. Now, each time that event is received, CompleteView understands how to respond and will record the stream. Next, we're going to take a look at server motion detection. Alright, first on our list of best practices when using server motion detection is necessity. Server motion detection should only be used if the camera can't do it for you. CompleteView's motion detection is pixel-based, and while it works, it increases the load on your CPU, and it's typically less accurate than many camera AI detection algorithms. Still, if your camera can't do it for you, CompleteView can. Number 2 on the list is a big one, and that is watch your CPU. In CompleteView, you want to keep your CPU usage at 75% and below. You can view your processor usage in the recording server dashboard. The graphs on there will show you your CompleteView recording server processor usage on the left and the total processor usage by everything running on your server to the right. You must keep that system CPU usage below 75% to ensure the smooth operation and performance of CompleteView. Alright, the next two tips on our server motion detection list are repeats from the camera list. First, pick one, not both. You should never use both camera motion detection and server motion detection on the same camera at the same time. And you should always use pre and post recording on your motion only schedules so you get that full picture of before, during, and after that motion zone was activated. Last but certainly not least are zones and sensitivity. You should limit the number of server motion detection zones that you create for a camera. We recommend only one zone per camera. And once you've done that, you need to adjust the motion sensitivity from that default setting. The default setting of 75 results in a lot of false motion recording. So we recommend starting at a sensitivity of 25 and then testing your zone to make sure you're recording what you need. We've got more best practice tips for you on how to tweak those motion settings in another video, and you can find a link to that in the description below. So that does it for this segment on our motion zones best practices. If you found this video helpful, follow us for more best practices videos, and if you have comments on our videos, send an email to training@salientsys.com. Thanks for watching.